Hey, so I wanted to talk a little bit about how yoga helped me personally with stress and stress relief, dealing with stress. I know in my post I talked a lot about the scientific reasons about how yoga actually does help with stress, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a personable experience and how it has personally helped me with stress. So I feel like it helped me deal with mood swings and like having a balanced mood. Basically, just like moving my body, getting out of my head and into my body, really just kind of detoxifying and moving things around, getting the blood moving, feeling endorphins and feeling good about myself, being thankful for the way that my body was able to move. A little bit of background is I feel like I grew up in a bit of a stressful environment where my mom was always stressed. People were always like worried, just going from one thing to the next, and always like kind of in an environment of having to do something. Like, I have to do this, and then when I'm done with this, I have to go do this and have to do that. And really, when I got into yoga, it kind of helped me step back a bit and look at things whereas I don't have to do them, whereas like I get to do them. Like, I'm blessed to go to the grocery store. I get to go get groceries. I get to do the laundry because I have a washer and a dryer. I get to make dinner for my family because we have food on the table. Things like that really got me out of doing all the time and living in that stressed and worried state, and took me back to really just being able to be and be in the present moment. Um, it also helped me find peace. I think it helped me work through emotions a lot. I dealt with chronic pain all the time. I was working, going to school, driving back and forth all the time between work and school. Work was in Plainview, which is like everything was 45 minutes away from each other. I was working and then I would go to school and then I would go home. And I was like driving in this triangle all the time. And I had a stressful job. And I think just like stressors from, years before and stuff had built up in my body. And I always lifted weights or was a cardio bunny, and I just had built up stress and tension in all my muscles because I never really stretched properly. I didn't learn how to foam roll or get regular massage or really even do yoga um, until I felt like I had to, until I was in so much pain at the end of the day that it was like, I just need 20 minutes. I don't know what else to do for myself, and I can't afford to go get a massage every day. Or that would be nice. I meant like every week, but so really it helped me to notice where I was hurting and to address that. So really building a relationship with my body and addressing the reasons why I was hurting, and then following through on how to deal with that pain. And I think when I was going through that pain where like I always had shoulder tension and then it moved to my back, it brought up a lot of emotion for me because if you guys have listened to my earlier blog post, I think it's just an audio recording of um, I just had a lot going on with my family the past like year and a half, and I think that had a lot to do with the way where I held my emotional stress and how it manifested as pain in my body. And then also a lot of my younger years where I felt like I had to lie all the time in order to get to do anything. And sometimes it was just easier to lie than have to really have a confrontation with my parents. So I think there was a lot of like a double life there, and I think it definitely manifested as pain in my body. And yoga has worked to undress that and uncover all the parts of me that have been hidden by lies and stress and worry and anxiety, and really get to the root of who I am, and really love me for me unapologetically. And so, yeah, I feel like yoga has helped me so much with my stress levels in general and on like an emotional level as well, because I'm not worried about little things all the time. Yes, I still do have worries and stuff, but it's taught me more of a chill vibe to just let go and go with the flow instead of always being stressed and allowing things to, I guess, hype me and get me very like emotionally charged in that moment. It's allowed me to step back. And I think teacher training had a lot to do that, because we went a lot into the philosophy of yoga. But I did want to share that it's not only yoga that really helped me get to where I am today. I did a lot of personal development work, a lot of journaling, a lot of trying to organize my routine in such a way that worked for me, and really just shaping my life to meet me where I am, if that makes sense. And so yeah, yoga definitely played a huge part in it. But like I said, like journaling, really writing out my emotions and my feeling, doing a lot of personal development work, a lot of emotional work, going on walks, taking hot baths, doing lots of self-care, and really cleaning up my diet. And not so much as like only looking at nutrition facts, really like looking at ingredients and looking at how certain types of foods affect me and put inflammation in my body where I feel pain. So I don't eat very much gluten anymore. I dialed a lot back on my dairy intake. I love cheese, and so it's hard for me not to put a bunch of cheese in all my stuff, but I think it's dramatically helped with my inflammation, which also helps with pain. And if you're not in pain, you really might not be, you might be in a better mood basically than if you're in pain. Like I know when I was in pain all the time, I was grumpy. I was grumpy to be around. I didn't want to be grumpy, but I was grumpy because I was hurting. And I just wanted to feel good. That's all I wanted. I wanted to lay on the couch and cuddle next to my fiance, and I wanted to cuddle in bed, and it really just didn't feel very good at the end of the day. I didn't want anybody touching me because I was hurting. And then it also made me upset because it's like, why is it like this? Like I'm, I'm 25 now, but I was like 23, 24. And I'm like, this is not how life is supposed to be, So just really looking at my life as a whole and critiquing every area of my life in order to help with my healing, help with my stress and my heartbreak at the time, because I had endured the biggest heartbreak of my life, and it's not easy to get past. But in all, I think it made me a better, stronger person, because I began looking for answers. I began learning about myself. And when you find what works for you, it's super powerful. So I just want to say that yoga, coupled with other things, really helped me. Helped me with my stress and my mood and my chronic pain and a broken heart. It helped me really find gratitude in my life and really always be grateful for everything. Even the trials in life, you can be grateful for, because there's always a rainbow after it rains. So I just wanted to hop on and tell you a little bit about how yoga helped me personally, along with the scientific facts.